Vaidai Savle, welcome. Okay. I hope you can see the slide. Okay. So today we will be discussing a new topic, that is continuation of the topic which we have learnt in the last class. It is in the last class we learned already about verbs, right? And we learned about the base form of the verb, and we learned about the ing form of the verb, and the rules, spelling rules in which we have to change the spellings of the verbs before adding ing. We have discussed two of the spelling rules which we have to follow before adding ing with the base form of a verb. So today we will be continuing our learning on that same topic, verb, but today we are going to learn little more about the verbs. It is called the tenses. When you hear tenses, don't get tensed, it's very easy. Okay, let's see. Good afternoon children, welcome to today's English live class. I hope we can have a wonderful session today because the net is working well for everybody, right? Look at the screen and concentrate and listen the explanation only. Okay, you no need to write anything. If you have to write anything, I will tell you. In today's class, you no need to write anything. Only look at the monitor and just listen the explanation, understand the concept. I will be providing you some exercises based on today's class in your Google Classroom. So solve the exercises and reply or send back it to me in Google Classroom itself. Okay. So let's see about verb. Verb means you know that it is an action word, or verb is a word which is showing the action performed by someone or something, right? So here we are going to learn about the different forms of verb, because you might have heard about jump and you might have heard again jumped, ed, right? You might have heard about jumps after adding s. You might have heard about jumping, right? So we hear different forms of this jump itself. So let's see what are the forms of verbs which we are using in English. And you are not going to learn about all the forms in detail in 3rd standard. You are just going to have an introductory session only in 3rd standard. So this particular slide is made not completely with the topic, but it is totally enough for your class to understand. Okay, this particular slide is prepared only for 3rd standard. Okay, so here when you look at the slide, you see verbs have 5 forms in English language. This is basically prepared for your class, again I am telling. Look here, which are that 5 forms? First one is base form, second one is simple present tense, and third form is present participle, and fourth form is simple past tense, and fifth form is past participle. Okay, you just read it only. You will understand what is it in the coming slides. Let's go to the next slide. What is base form? When we discussed about the forms of verbs, the last slide you have seen there are 5 forms of verb in English language. The first one was base form. So let's see what is the base form of a verb. Base form means, the base form of a verb means the root form, means सबसे base without any change. Root form of the verb without any special ending. It is the simple form without any ending word to it. You know, when we are telling jumps, we are adding s, there is an ending of s. And when we are telling jumping, we add ing before at the ending. And when we say jumped, we are adding ed at the end. Here you see, base form means it is the root form without any special ending. No special ending is there, just the root form, base form. Okay. So children, concentrate in this class. This verb what you are studying right now in the form of tenses will get continued till 10th standard, 11th, 12th. Okay. So here in 3rd standard you are beginning your 10th class today, and it's a broad topic and it goes till 12th standard, MA English, BA English full. Okay. So concentrate in the explanation instead of typing something. Okay. Now look, there are a lot of examples for you in this particular slide. Let's read it together. You sit at your home and read along with me. I will read from here. We'll read together. Okay. The samples of base form of verbs are, first let us read the first row downwards. Okay. Look, make, dance, walk, clean, sleep, drink, get, jump, smile, bath, sit, write, cook, run, think, wash, meet, like, read, see, catch, eat, swim. These are the samples of base form of verbs which is given in this slide. There are many other verbs. For example, learn, study, play. There are n number of skip, swim. There are a lot of other examples. Okay. I hope you understood what is base form. There is no ing at the end, there is no s, there is no ed. It is simply the root form of the verb, that is called the base form of the verb. I hope all the students understood it. Okay. I hope this is the 3rd standard class. Shripat Kale, Yadagiri Dashre, Vaishali, yes, Sandhya Dakre, Ahana Gupta, right? Pratyash, you have joined the 3rd standard class. No problem, you continue here. Okay? This will be useful for you, this class. Today is Friday, right? So, today is Friday, so that 12:30 the class is scheduled for 3rd standard, right? Now, let's see in the next slide what is the next form. So, I hope the base form is understood by all of you. Okay. So, you have seen without any special ending, if you see a verb, then it is called a base form. Now, let's see the next form, that is simple present tense. Simple present tense means very simple. You might have heard cook, cooks, jump, jumps, teach, teaches. So, the verbs, the form of the verb which we are using with by adding s or es at the end are called a simple present tense. At the same time, not only s and es form of the verb are used in simple present tense, also the base form of the verb is also used in simple present tense. So children, simple present tense means, in simple present tense we are using the base form of the verb, s and es form of the verb here. Okay. So, simple present tense is used to speak about an action that happens on regular basis. Verbs in simple present tense add s, es, ies in the third person singular. We use base form of verb with I, you, we, they and other plural subjects. You read it yourself once again. You just read it. Look at the slide and read it yourself. So now you can see simple present tense is used to speak about the actions that is happening on regular basis. Every day when you wake up, we all will brush our teeth, right? Then we take a bath, then we take breakfast, then you may go for go for bathing or playing or prayer, whatever it may be according to your schedule, right? Then at noon we used to have lunch. Then in the evening we used to have some time for leisure or playing or something. Again we may wash our body, take a bath after playing, and then again prayer, watching TV, then take supper, then go to bed. These are all the things which is happening regularly in our life. I am just telling you to understand what is the meaning of regular basis. So whatever is happening in our life or in nature on regular basis, to speak about that we use simple present tense. In the same way, if we have a habit of doing something, for example, I go for a walk every day, it's my habit to do it. So if you have a habit to speak, if anybody has any habit to speak about the habits and facts, some fact is there and some general truths. For example, the sun rises in the east. It's a general truth. Nobody can change it. Right? Every day the sun will rise at the north only. So, sorry, at the east. The sun rises in the east. Sorry. So, the sun rises in the east is a general truth. So, to speak about general truths, facts and current situation, right now whatever is happening. So, to speak about these current situations, we use simple present tense. And in simple present tense, we should be careful about the subject to which we should use the various different forms of the verb. For example, you see here in red color it is written third person singular. I don't know how many of you understood what is third person singular. Third person singular means he, she, it. Did you understand, children? Third person singular means he, she, it. And again, a monkey. Also Anish, Simran, Sita, Ram. So whatever the nouns are there which is describing a single person other than you. Okay. It is called a third person singular. For example, he, she, it, a monkey, a tree, Arun, Sida, Sheila, Tindumon, etc. Okay. So these are called a third person singular. I hope now you understood. Okay. So whenever we are using third person singular, that means he, she, it, Arun, a monkey, etc. in a sentence. In simple present tense, we will use s or es or ies form of the verb with that. Why s, es, ies? Because to some verbs we can directly add s and form the simple present form or simple present tense. For example, jump, jumps. But to some other verbs like catch, you will learn the rule in the next slide. Catch, we have to add es, catches, to form the simple present tense. To some other verbs like carry, carry, the verbs ending with y, there we should omit y and add ies. Just like that we are doing a singular plural. Okay. So here children, we are adding ies with these particular words. Okay, with these particular subjects, he, she, it, Arun, a rabbit, a fox. With that, whenever you have to use the verb in simple present tense, we should use s, es or ies form of the verb. Okay, I hope this much is understood by you. You are typing, okay, understood, right, good. I am explaining very slowly. If you have doubt, you can type it. Okay. Now, the second rule is, the first rule is over. Means with the he, she, it, Arun, a fox, a lion, we use s, es or ies form of the verb. Okay. Now the second rule. Now again I am going to tell you the plural subjects. Here in blue color you will see plural subjects, right? What are the plural subjects? We use base form of the verb with. Which are the subjects you see? I, you, we, they and other plural subjects. Means birds, students, children, like that. Okay. Plural subject means the subject which has more than one person, right? I, you, we, they and students, boys, girls, etc. When it is the subject, means we are starting the sentence with this, any of these things, that is called as the subject, right? So when we are using I, you, we, they or any plural subject in a sentence in simple present tense, then with these particular subjects we will use only base form. Base form means what? Jump, dance, draw, sing, etc. Okay. In simple present tense, we are dividing the subjects into two groups. First of all, you should understand that. The first group is he, she, it, Arun, Neeta, a cat, a dog, etc. Full singulars. Okay. So when the subject is singular, we use s, es or ies form of the verb with these particular subjects in simple present tense. Okay. And the second set of subjects are I, you, we, they, the boys, the girls, the teachers, the monkeys, etc. So when we are using these particular subjects, we use base form of the verb with it in simple present tense. Okay. Now, you look here the samples. If you look at the samples, you will understand very easily because I have used the same verb in all 4 examples. Look here. I you see in the blue group, right? Plural subject group. So what did we write? We use base form only with the I. That's why I go for a walk every day. Go is the base form, right? But here you see he. He means third person singular, red color. You see, it is already written s, es or ies form of the verb we will use with this first group of subjects. So he goes for a walk every day. So we have added with go es. Now you see the next example, third example, the boys. The boys means plural subject, right? What is the rule? You look at the blue line. If we are using plural subject, we will use only base form, right? So the boys go for a walk daily, not goes. Okay. Now we is the plural subject. So if it is plural subject, we have to use base form only. So we go for a walk every day. I hope kids you understood this much. No beta, you no need to write Agamya Singh. I told you, you no need to write. Just listen and understand the explanation. Watch the slides. I will be providing you some exercises in your Google Classroom based on the class. Then you solve it and send to me. Okay. Now, look at the next slide. Simple present tense. Whatever the rules for forming these particular verbs with IES, S or ES we were discussing are given here. So you can watch it and understand it. Okay. Where do we add S? Where do we add ES? Where do we add IES with the verb to form the present, simple present form? Okay, look here. In simple present tense, you know, he, she, it and with the other singular nouns only we are going to use S, ES or IES form of the verb. Now look, spelling rules and examples. Spelling rules are there in one side and the examples are there in the other side. Look, with most of the verbs we are adding just S. With most of the verbs we are simply adding S. So see what are the samples. Live, lives. Sit, sits. Stay, stays. Examples. Okay. Now look at the second column. Ending in consonant Y. Some of the verbs are ending in consonant Y, but before Y there should be a consonant. You understand? Ending in consonant plus Y. Change Y to I and add ES. Children, pay attention. Some of the verbs the last letter is Y. Some of the verbs are just like marry, carry, try, study. All these verbs are ending with the Y. Last letter is Y. Just before Y there is a consonant, means not a vowel. Okay. If that is the condition, then what should you do? Cut or omit the Y. Instead of Y you have to add IES to form the simple present tense. Okay. Look here. Try, last letter is Y. Before Y it is consonant R. So what will we do? We will omit Y and add IES. So it becomes tries in simple present tense. Carry, you see last letter is Y and before Y it is consonant R. So we will cut Y and add IES to form simple present tense of the word carry. So carry changes into carries in simple present tense. Now look at the third spelling rule. Some of the verbs are ending in S or Z or CH or X or ES. So to form the simple present tense of such verbs we add ES with it. Okay. If the verb is ending with S, Z, CH, X or ES, then we add ES with the verb to form simple present tense of that verb. Look at the example column. Miss. I miss you. Okay. For example, we say no, I miss you, I miss my school, like that. Okay. So miss is a verb here. So MISS, it's ending with a double S. So in that case, we will add ES to form simple present tense of that. So miss become misses. Okay. Next one, bus. Okay. So the last letter is Z. So we add ES, it becomes buses in simple present tense. Next one is catch, teach. All these words are march. These words are ending with a CH. So we add ES with the verb to form the simple present tense form. Next one is fix. Another example, mix. Okay. So fix, the word is ending with a X. So we add ES with it to form the simple present tense fixes. So miss become misses, bus become buses, catch become catches, fix become fixes. And there are some exemptions. Exemption means there are some verbs which doesn't follow any of this rule. So example is go, goes, do, does. Okay. So I hope students you understood whatever we have learned right now. Lavanya Borkude, your class is at 1 o'clock. So I hope you have understood base form of the verb and simple present tense. The rest of the tenses or the rest of the exercises, rest of the things we will be learning tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be learning present participle. Present participle means ing form of the verb. We have already learned the ing form of the verb and its rules. Let's see whether you can complete it today or not. Present participle. It is the form which is ending with a ing. Usually it is known as ing form of the verb. Already we learned in the last class, right? So it speaks about the action that is happening during the current time. अभी जो चल रहा है, जो काम चल रहा है, उसके बारे में बात करने के लिए simple present participle use करते हैं. And it is used as an adjective also that you will learn in 5th standard. Okay. For example, jumping, writing, looking, watching. Example is Ram is writing a story. The birds are flying in the sky. So let's see in the next slide what is there for us about present participle. So till present participle we will end the class today. Otherwise you will be confused, right? So today we have learned, children, we will have a quick revision of what we have learned today. So today we have learned about base form of the verb. So we learned that base form means the root form of the verb without having any special ending such as s, ed or ing at the end of it, right? For example, jump, dance, learn, study, look, etc. are base form. Then we learned about simple present tense. In simple present tense we divide the subjects into two groups. The first group he, she, it or any singular subject such as a man or Yamangi, Anil, Radha, etc. are there in the first group. So we add s, es or ies form of the verb with these particular subjects to form simple present tense. The second group of the subjects in simple present tense are I, we, they, you and all the plural subjects such as the students, the teachers, the dogs, the cats, etc. So with these subjects we use only base form of the verb in simple present tense. And the third form of the verb which we studied today is present participle. Present participle means it is the ing form of the verb and we add ing at the end of the verb to form this particular form of verbs. and it is used to speak about the actions which is going on or happening at the current time. Okay, and it is used as adjective. I told you, you will learn it in your higher classes. Examples of present participle verbs are jumping, working, eating, writing, seeing, watching, etc. So students, today I am ending the class here. So till we meet in the next class, it's a bye from me. Do the exercises and send to me in your Google Classroom.